we've never even dipped our toes in, but today we're doing that. Don't freak out.
You're a handsome man.
You should be excited too.
You know, good things can't happen sometimes. Maybe this is impossible. I mean, my eyes kinda hurt. Hey guys, my name is Mridul Chibber, an extremely stupid person who makes random videos on YouTube on a weekly basis. And being an extremely stupid person, I'm a very last minute kind of guy, if you can't tell already. But basically, I'm in film school and I have a course where I have to learn After Effects. And being Mridul, I have left it to the last minute. But also, I was like, oh my god, you know what? I actually have an excuse to leave this to the last minute. I have an excuse this time to be lazy. And I love challenging myself to learn things and all of that stuff in a very fast speed. There is also this thing where if you give yourself less time to do something, you'll obviously take less time to do it. So hopefully that's a thing. And beyond that, let's get started with this 24-hour challenge of learning. Stupid people. So I did watch the Peter McKinnon video, and honestly for me I think it was a bit too basic because I am familiar with the Photoshop and Premiere like layout, so I think that was a bit too basic for my level. I feel like this is the perfect video idea to be sponsored by Skillshare. I did find an 11-hour 30-minute tutorial which is insane. Shout out to Jack Cole, and he basically has this long ass video about like everything in After Effects. And my plan right now is to create my own project and follow along that tutorial and make this giant Frankenstein monster of an After Effects project with like all of these effects. At least that's what I'm planning on doing right now. Let's see what actually happens. Maybe this is impossible, but you know, being the creative beast that I am, I think I can probably do it. Let's see. Okay, so I just finished my first composition for the day, and I just wanted to say that I remember that I've actually done a cool like effect for my film before, and I kind of forgot about it until I started doing this. Basically it's like you see the universe in my eyes in one of my films, and that was in 2019 that I did that, so I don't really retain any of that knowledge. And that was like literally just looking at a tutorial on YouTube. But yeah, anyways, let's look at my first After Effects composition. Aww. And now it's a sunflower. See? It's cute shit. Okay, so I've been stuck on doing this thing that I thought would be like an easy 10-minute project. I pretty much know how to do everything, except it just goes wrong in one step, and I don't know if it's a glitch in the software, if it's, you know, because Adobe has hella bugs. So I don't know if it's like Adobe's fault, if it's my fault, I don't know, you know? So yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is like have each of these texts like one of the shots from my movies, and I think it would be kind of cool. But the problem is when I alpha matte one of these layers, it doesn't like all transfer to this. I'm sure I'll figure out a way to do it, but right now it's incredibly frustrating, and I might die. You know, in classic movie tradition, we have completed the project once again. Basically, all I had to do was merge the bottom layers and then use the same technique that I was using. It wasn't that hard. You know, if you keep on finding at it, familiarizing yourself with the software, it gets easier a bit. But since I didn't know what merging the layer, you know, how to do that and everything, you have to learn every single part of it. But it's fun, you know, the learning process is pretty fun. In terms of like actually learning, I feel like I've become quite comfortable with the software so far, but I am pretty sick of just staring at the screen, so I think I have to take a break. I'll probably work out and watch like an episode of some TV show, or maybe go for a walk or something. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress that I've made so far. Like, being someone who wasn't able to do anything in After Effects at all, and like just in a few hours being able to do what I've done, it's quite cool to me at least. So yeah, and we're gonna make even more progress. So this is just the beginning, and yeah. Look at this. I made this. Isn't that crazy? And I'm pretty proud of myself. I've seen a lot of my friends do like this kind of a project, and I've always been super impressed by it. I was like, oh my god, it would be crazy if one day I'm able to do it. And I think it looks pretty good, and like surprisingly, like it doesn't take that much time, and it's super easy. And if you're watching this, you can totally do this. I've gone a bit off track with the 11 video that I started from. I'm kind of trying to do my own individual projects. And like this was kind of about 3D shapes and how to do them, and it was just really fun, and I think it turned out pretty well. On to the next one. So I've pretty much spent the last 2 hours just going through the various effects and trying them out. I feel like a lot of the learning in these things in new program is just like trial and error, just experimenting like a little kid at a candy shop, like just chucking every like effect on and going like all out crazy with it. And the reason that I didn't have these mini projects that I've had otherwise is that I wasn't really sure what the purpose of each tool was, right? Like, what could I possibly utilize as a project to use glow on, you know? Like, it just doesn't make sense to have projects for some of them. So, yeah, I've just, like, gone through the whole effects list and just chucked one on like, my clip and just seeing how it goes. And honestly, it's been fun, but also it's been very like kind of tiring now because I've just been doing After Effects for so long. It's probably unhealthy on some level, but it's all worth it for the goal of becoming. Did I forget how to zoom in? Fucking hell. An After Effects god. So yeah, I already pretty much know how to mask. Yeah, so I think I'm fine with that. The masking stuff is actually like a lot more similar to Premiere, which makes sense because they're both by Adobe. In general, like I'm just surprised how like simple everything is, and like once you like know the basics, and like once you know the basics, it's actually pretty easy to do everything. And I've just been like kind of scared to delve into After Effects for like a few years now, and like finally doing it, I'm just kind of, it's exciting, but it's also disappointing because I definitely could have done it earlier. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. But yeah, like I've done masking before in like Premiere, so I kind of have like the general idea of what's up with this. So I guess I have a heads up in that way, but it doesn't even take that long to learn it. I mean, my eyes kind of hurt, but more After Effects, yay! Ow! I may have just slept for way longer than I intended to. I still have a few hours left, so I think I should be fine. But if, you know, I need more time, then I'll probably give myself a few extra hours anyways. If you're feeling uncomfortable of like starting to learn some kind of program, the chances are that it's actually just much easier than it seems to be. Like things are more daunting outside and look harder outside compared to how they are when you actually dive into them. But besides that, I feel like I have to prove to you guys that I've actually like learned something, because I feel like I haven't done enough. You know, I just get that feeling because I'm making this into a video. I have to like do some grand thing at the end. And unfortunately, like a lot of the effects that I have in mind, you need a green screen. And I have this one video of me with a green screen, so I'm gonna try to use that to make like a disintegration kind of animation kind of visual effect. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that. But besides that, I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made, and this is just gonna be like the final this is gonna be the final bam to like all of it. It's gonna be the grand finale, so let's just get it over and done with, because I'm kind of sick of After Effects, to be honest. I'm like kind of like, oh my god, let's just get over with this. But yeah, I'm having fun at the same time. Look at this kid. Look at this kid. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Ah, such a long time ago, before lockdown. Such innocence. That was just 6 weeks ago. Oh, how times have changed, and how old and disheveled I look now. I really wanted to give you guys the Thanos snap disintegration thing because I know you guys want it because you guys are basic. I'm basic as well, don't worry. But you know, good things can't happen sometimes because the software keeps on crashing every time I try. I've tried like 3 times. But yeah, it's been 24 hours exactly since I started this challenge, which is really exciting. I think I'm gonna have it over here. Like, I think I'm done. I think I'm tired of looking at After Effects for so long. I'm gonna have a little outro reflecting upon this After Effects journey. Let's cut to that. I've been procrastinating to learn After Effects for years now. I think like since 2018 I've wanted to learn After Effects, and it's always seemed really scary to me. Like, I've always been opening the program and just been chickening out basically. I have a few things like that. I have Blender, which is another 3D modeling software that I really want to learn, and I might do one of these videos for later. I have my keyboard, my piano thing that I really want to learn. I have all of these things that I really want to learn, but just taking that first step is so like scary to me. And just doing this deep dive within After Effects for 24 hours has been so beneficial to me. Like, look at my first composition project thing, and it's like, it's so terrible compared to what I was able to do on later. And that's natural. Like, everything you do when you start doing it, it's going to be terrible at the start, and you just slowly learn and get through that. You know, if you look at my old YouTube videos, my old films, the same thing you can see. And like, I feel like a lot of the time I see people that are scared to do something new because they're going to be bad at it, and I find that heartbreaking. I feel like being bad at something is so liberating because you can do anything that you want to. It's the time to experiment. It's this really beautiful time. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this experiment went, you know? I don't know everything about After Effects, but if I wanted to do a particular effect in my film, I would have a pretty good understanding on how to do that. And to me, like, that's awesome. You know, like, that is pretty much all I've wanted to know about After Effects. And just doing this deep dive into learning it has been so fun. And I feel like learning in general is so fun, but school rips away and kind of steals and teaches you that learning is boring, where that's really not true. Learning is one of the most fun things. When we're kids, we ask our parents like random questions. You know, why do birds sound like that? Why does the sun, why is it yellow? You know, we ask these things to our parents. We're natural learners as human beings, right? That's how we're here. So, and then school just teaches you that learning is boring, you know? That's a whole nother ramble. But yeah, just never be afraid to learn because it's so worthwhile. And I hope in some way that this video has inspired you to learn. I don't want to make it seem like, you know, you have to learn everything in 24 hours. And I don't want it to feel like I'm showing myself off as like some like really great like After Effects person by doing this in 24 hours. Like, I'm really not. Like, I'm just a normal human being, and if you want to learn After Effects or anything, it'll probably only take a day for you to get decent at it, you know? Like, that's all it takes. Just put it with all of your love, all of your energy, and it'll work, you know? Besides that, I hope you have a wonderful week or few days until I make my next video, and I think it's time for me to shut up now. Kanye, release Dondo, man.